Hi, I'm Trish Floor from the Department of Recreation here in Coronado. Coming up next on Coronado TV, we're going to be teaching you how to make all of these lovely mocktails. Hope to see you soon. Hello everyone, welcome to another holiday virtual event brought to you by the City of Coronado Department of Recreation. We have quite a few online events happening this year that are safe, fun, and free. And this episode is going to be making mocktails. So before we get started, there's a couple things I wanted to point out. I prefer to use the weighted Boston shakers, but you can use the ones that you find at home that have the cap and the strainer already in it. I also prefer to use these types of jiggers, but there's also a Japanese jigger that has the two sides and has all of the lines on the inside. And you can also find jiggers that look like little mini cups, and they have the markings on the inside as well. We're going to be doing 5 mocktails for you today. The first one is going to be Spirit-Free Painkiller. This comes out of Wright & Company out of Detroit. If you've ever been to a tiki bar, you know what the real painkiller is, and it's a very, very strong rum drink, but we're going to be doing it without that. All right, so we're going to start with this. We're going to do 1 ounce of pineapple. All right, and there we go. We're going to do 3/4 ounces of orange juice. I always prefer fresh squeezed. That's right, 3 ounces of coconut. Got everything set up here. Coco Lopez, always good for these types of drinks. She's a little, we got it online, so I wasn't sure of the expiration date on that one. All right, and then we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of lime. Okay, and then 1/4 ounce of raspberry syrup. We don't have a 1/4 ounce, but what we're going to do is we're going to use our bar spoon, and 2 bar spoons are about 1/4 ounce, so don't fret. And with the raspberry syrup, just look up a recipe. It's usually 1-to-1 sugar and water, and then the fruit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and shake, shake, shake this baby. And you will develop your own personal shake type. Okay, now we're going to get our tulip glass here. Glassware doesn't really matter, so you feel free to choose what you'd like. All right, and we're going to strain this. It's supposed to be crushed ice, so it would fill the glass a little bit more. You can also double the recipe. I didn't try it out with these new glasses that I got, so that's why it's a little bit on the low side. And so for our garnish, we're gonna do an orange flag. Be very, very careful when you're doing these flags so you don't peel yourself. The technique is hold your thumb here, top, and then pull down. Okay. Now you always wanna express and put it around the rim just so you get that nice orange flavor. And it called for a pineapple frond, but I didn't have fresh pineapple, right? So I just made a fun little cucumber thing and pretty little orchid. So our next mocktail is going to be the Emoji, and that's coming out of the Penrose in New York City. So what this is actually gonna be using cold brew coffee, which I got this morning from my friends at Dark Horse Roasters. I would suggest that you pick one of your favorite coffee shops and try and keep it here on the island. So let me, to make it easier to pour here. Okay, so we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of cold brew. And then passion fruit puree. I accidentally got infused syrup, so make sure you get the puree because your cocktails will turn out a little bit too sweet. Okay, we got 3/4 ounce of that guy. And then another 3/4 ounce orgeat. I did buy this online. You can make it yourself with almond milk. The traditional way is to soak almonds and then you also add apricot kernels to it. If you ever drink tiki drinks, usually orgeat is involved. So there's that. And then 1/2 ounce of lemon, fresh squeezed, of course. You know what? I just realized I didn't put enough coffee in, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. Okie doke. So we're gonna do the shakes again. Again, you will develop your own technique. All right. Always want to get all that good stuff in there. Okay, another. Yeah, that looks nice. Very nice. Okay, so for this guy, I saved a couple of the raspberries, so I'm going to garnish it with that. We're going to do a nice little lime wedge and just a sprinkle of cinnamon. Oh, well, pretend I'm cinnamoning. I forgot to take the tab off. So that is the Emoji. Our next mocktail is going to be Dr. Peppos Tonic, and that's coming out of Cultivar in Houston. And this cocktail, we're going to be doing some muddling. So we definitely need a muddler. And we're going to do 6 to 8 mint leaves and 1 cucumber. So we're just going to lightly press on that. Don't need to completely emacerate the whole thing, but you just want to get all that nice flavor out of there, right? Then we're going to do 3/4 ounce coconut shrub. And if you look up the recipe for any type of shrub, you can do fruits, vegetables, herbs. It's going to be equal parts of white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, sugar, a little bit of salt, and then whatever flavoring you want. So I went ahead and made this ahead of time. All right. So we're doing 3/4 ounce of the shrub. And then 1/2 ounce lemon, 1/2 ounce lime. That one's leaky. And just a pinch of salt. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to shake. We can actually just use this glass. Okay. Now we're going to want this guy. Prefer a taller glass for this one. Okay. I might actually double that recipe next time. And then tonic water. We're using Q tonic and Q ginger beer for our next mocktail. You can use whatever you'd like. There's also a really good brand called Fever Tree. Yeah, that's going to be delish. Okay. So we're going to garnish that with a cucumber slice and a mint sprig. You're always going to want to express that mint out of there just a little bit so that when your guest goes to drink it, they can have that nice aroma. Dr. Peppos Tonic. Okay, our next mocktail is going to be a Passionfruit Mule, and that's from Against All Grains. The original recipe called for mango puree, but since we already have the passion fruit, I figured we just substitute it in so you don't have to get two different ingredients. So we're doing 4 to 5 slices of cucumber, all right, and we're honey syrup, which is just 2 parts honey, 1 part hot water. You can also make it more strong or less, whatever you'd like. So we're doing 1 full ounce of that when it comes out. You always want to get that meniscus at the top there so you're getting the exact right amounts. Okay. We're just going to slightly express those. Okay, and then we're going to add the 1.5 ounces of the passion fruit puree. Again, I accidentally got syrup, so it might be a little sweet. All right, and then lime, same again. All right. Now we're going to use our copper mug because it wouldn't be a mule without a mug, right? Okay, so. Shake it all up. All right, and we're going to strain that into our mug. You can add ice first if you'd like, whatever floats your boat. Okay. Fill that nice and full. And then, like I said, we've got the Q ginger beer. Like Fever Tree also makes a nice one. Just depends on how spicy you like it. Okay, there's that. And then just a simple lime wheel. And there's your mule. Okay. And for our last mocktail, we're going to be doing a Onyx Coffee Old Fashioned. This is coming out of Onyx Coffee Labs in Arkansas, which was the 2016 Coffee Shop of the Year. Just a little tidbit. So this one's pretty simple. We're going to kind of focus on technique with this one. So we're going to use our cold brew again. So we're doing 4 ounces of that. So it's going to be 2 of our big guys here. Okay, whoops. Bartending is messy sometimes, isn't it? All right, and then we're doing a 1/2 ounce of Demerara syrup. Don't be scared. Demerara is just a darker sugar. So you would just follow the same recipe for simple syrup. I prefer 3 to 1, but you can do 2 to 1 or 1 to 1, whatever you decide. All right. And then we're doing 2 dashes of our chocolate bitters. If you really want to go alcohol-free, make sure you get Fee Brothers, because other chocolate bitters, actually bitters in general, usually have alcohol contained. So we're going to do 3 nice little drops of that. And we're going to just stir this guy. So the technique for stirring, you're always going to want to keep the back of the spoon against your vessel. And that way the ice doesn't pop out too. And you get a nice even stir. Just that. All right. Normally for my old fashions, I'd like to, use the big ice cube, but we don't have one of those. So we'll just use what we have. Part of the fun of it, right? Okay. And then we're just going to strain that out. Okay, and just a simple Luxardo cherry for your garnish. I highly suggest you do stick with the Luxardos and not the weird ones that you see on top of ice cream sundaes or banana splits. So those are our 5 mocktails. I hope you enjoyed this segment. If you have any questions or would like to share your own mocktail recipes, please email us at recdept, that's RECDEPT, @coronado.ca.us. And I hope to see you again in a new segment.